everybody? I'm over here trying to get situated, comfortable, all the things. Happy Wednesday. Thank you for joining me. I feel like I'm out of breath and I haven't even done anything yet. If you're here, just say hi in the comments so I know that you're here. I'm going to open the wine first. And just go ahead and get started with that because it don't matter why. Let's just go ahead and get started. I have a Beaujolais today, which is a red wine. It is medium dry, and this one is, let's see, 12.5%. All right, we got some heat on this. And of course, you serve this one slightly chilled. Let's see if I got my magic. Look at me with the twist tops. Let's go ahead. Something about that pour. And I got a little heavy-handed with that. But it is all good. Let's see. Look at that. It's a beautiful color. I poured way too much. It's all good. Great legs. Smells good. I like it. It's pretty good. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. My day wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It just felt chaotic because we're coming off of the Thanksgiving break and everybody needs everything like right now. So that's all it really is. It wasn't a bad day. Today was pretty good. And I left on time for the most part. So that's always good. And I'm here. And I only have one more live in this year. And I'm really excited about that, which is next week. And I have a guest. And then the following week, the week after next, I am doing my favorite moments of 2024, which has been some work, but good work because I've been able to relive everything from January, and there's stuff that I forgot about happened on on these lives, and it has been really fun to just kind of see, even just the growth from the beginning of the year. It's like, man, we have really hit the end of the year. That is insane. I feel like this year has completely flown by, but it has been amazing, even with all of the ups and downs that I can say that I've been going through. It's been amazing. And I will say this. I have been truly pleased with how much that I have grown. I don't want to say changed because I'm still me, just better emotionally, everything. So I'm truly happy about that. Looking forward to more, and yeah, gonna keep going. But we are gonna get started. Just a little backstory on how I came up with what today's topic. When I tell you this year, these last few years have really been throwing some curveballs. Like, it's just been one thing after another. And I am not ashamed to say that I did not handle everything well all the time. There were times where it's just like, dang, I could have did this better, or I could have handled that better, or I could have taken moments of silence. Because one thing I have learned is that sometimes being silent and just sitting still is always, or can be, the best solution in things. And learning that no matter what is going on, you can still find joy in everything. And it takes practice, it takes constant, you know, reassurance of yourself, not outwardly. I mean, of course, people are going to be like, oh, it's okay. And it is okay. It always sounds cliche, but it is okay. And just realizing that no matter what is going on, I can still enjoy life. And it has truly, when I say changed my mood, my attitude, everything completely since I've really started practicing this more. It just, it's been amazing. Like, I find myself smiling more. I, stop taking some things personally the way that I used to. I know that sounds different, because we all take things personally. And when I tell you I was the biggest, I'm going to take it personal person on the planet, I was. But it was up to me to set the tone on how I wanted my day to go, intentionally waking up and choosing to have a good day. I had bad moments in some of those days, but I had good days. And just having that mindset when I first woke up was the initial step. Realizing that even in those moments of stress, I genuinely have everything that I, I hear people laugh when I say, not, they don't laugh, but like there is, it sounds cliche to, hear people say, but I have everything I prayed for. I have everything I have asked for. And the things that I don't have, I'm not ready for yet. So just keep going. But I have everything that I truly want. So it's one of those where it's like when you put things into perspective, you're able to handle it a lot better. So that's how I came up with tonight's conversation for us, because you got to learn how to dance through life's storms. And one of the key changing quotes that I heard from a friend when we were talking about this was that you can be in the same storm but in different boats. Like, someone can have a yacht, another person can have, a rowboat, things like that. So it's all about how you handle it. The person that's in the yacht may be feeling like, oh my gosh, life is just so rough, whereas the person in the rowboat is sitting here still enjoying their life. And that kind of helped put things into perspective. And this particular friend, when I tell you, she is a ray of sunshine. Like, I don't think I've ever seen her, even when she was going through things, like, be negative or anything. It kind of, it's just so refreshing. So of course I'm going to take advice from her when I see how she lives. And it did motivate me and inspire me to want to be like that. So I love it. But we all know life storms can look like personal loss, career setbacks, health challenges, and the nature of those challenges we all face differently. Um, I went through a career setback. What was it? Like 2 years ago. And I bounced back quickly and things were looking good until it was just like, oh my gosh, okay, what is going on? It started getting a little rough with me doing the whole entrepreneur thing. And I was stressing over that. And I had, and it got to the point where it was just like, okay, this is exhausting. It's draining. What am I going to do? And I was approached by a former employer to take a position at a previous company, left on good terms. So that was always good. And it was more good than bad. And the bad was, it wasn't even really bad. It was just one of those where it's like, okay, I know. But I love it. I'm happy. I have a great team that I work with. I come home every day and I'm happy that I mean, yeah, I don't want to work all the time because I feel like I was not born to work. I was just born to be beautiful and drink wine. But that's a joke for anybody that tries to take me serious with that. But I like what I do, and I like the fact that I'm trusted there and that they genuinely liked me enough to ask me to come back. So that was one that, and it was a lot of the time when I was going through that, I didn't always handle my emotions in that the right way. So it was spilling out, like I was bleeding on others because of my wounds. And I did not like that. I did not like me for a long time. I didn't. And I'm learning to deal with things better so I can like myself more, because I do like how happy looks on me. I, you know, I just can't stress that enough. And the more that I am honest with myself, I'm honest with my friends when we're having conversations about, when they say, "How are you?" And not just going, "I'm okay," or "I'm good," and I'm really not. And just being vulnerable, taking advantage of knowing I have people that genuinely care about me, and they're going to say, "Oh, well, have you tried this? Or have you done that? Or maybe you shouldn't have said that. Or, you could have approached it this way." Even if I do have a valid point, it really does help. So just being able to navigate these storms with grace has just been amazing. Um, a lot of the things that I did have to do as well was whew, being more consistent with, now I don't journal written wise anymore. I found that putting it in my calendar. So I had somebody tell me, "Oh, you should every day take something that was good in your day and write it down. And that way you can see, what was happening, and you can, be more aware." Well, I started putting it in my calendar. So it's like, oh, if, I had a problem with something at work and I was able to tackle it, you know, like, oh man, that was good. Or if something that would have frustrated me with, my son, and I was able to handle the situation better than I have in the past, that's like, oh, that was a win for me in that day. So just being able to look at it and physically see, guess what? You had a bad moment. You didn't have a bad day, has truly helped as well. And I can't I can't be, grateful enough for that. And to everybody that's, in my corner and rooting for me, learning to cope. Geez, let me tell you, calming your own storms when you're going through something is one of the hardest things that I had to learn how to do. Just being able to sit in the discomfort on a regular basis and then pull yourself out of it. I mean, you have to allow yourself time to, feel your emotions. That's the only way you can process. But learning to not be so reactive, oh my goodness. Very big win for me this year, because let me tell you, I might have been a hothead. I might have been. And I don't want to make excuses for it and go, "Oh, it's because of this. No, it's because of that." No, I was just a little bit of a hothead, and it wasn't good. It wasn't healthy for me. And I wanted to change. I wanted to be better. I wanted to feel better. So I had to think about that. So now when things, as people like to say, "Oh, you're triggered." Yes, being triggered is normal. Everyone has triggers. It's like little moments from here and then, but it's no one else's job to tiptoe around my triggers, one, and two, to coddle me in those moments. Yes, people are going to support you, things like that, but it's no one else's job but my own to figure it out. So learning, me being able to actually say, I can do it. I have done it. I am doing it has been the biggest win of 2024 for me. So, I mean, bigger than anything in wine because it's me. This is about me being better. So that helps. Um, daily routines to create stability in the chaos. When I tell you that I was type A when it came to, oh, if my schedule deviated in any kind of way, I did not leave room for any inconvenience, and my whole mood would just be thrown off. Whew, it was terrible. So now, with me learning to adapt to inconveniences, I have seen I can handle things a lot better. My car broke. And I had to laugh at myself because it was just like, are you serious? This is not happening. And it wasn't one of those where it was just like, oh, it's funny that this happened. It was just like, okay, it happened. Life still has to continue. What am I going to do about it? Okay, so now I've got somebody saying, oh, it's this. Went and did that. It wasn't that. Then you get somebody else to say, oh, well, it's this. It's not that. Well, now what are you going to do? And now it's just a constant, okay, I can do this. I'm going to breathe through it. I'm going to continue to try and figure out how to get through it and continue to live life because at the end of the day, I can't keep crying about stuff. So just being able to see how much that I can handle all of these things and not allowing it to alter me negatively has just been a breath of fresh air for myself. So I don't know. I just, I want other people to know that yes, you can get through all of the challenges that come daily. Another thing, like I said, I talk to my friends. We talk regularly, if not every day, every other day in some form, text, Instagram, TikTok. We communicate a lot. So even when it's one of those where it's just like I need to have a quick stress relief, I feel like scrolling TikTok really helps me, but it also gives me moments of creativity. And I feel like that is the best way. So it's like find all this stuff so I can batch it and then start doing other things that I need to do to really get more. One, it helps me get more content, ideas so I can know what I need to do. I'm also able to find ways to make me laugh because laughter is like my biggest therapy. I don't know what it is, but making myself laugh or being able to laugh at things really helps me more than anything. And it's so funny because I was telling a friend that when I was younger, I think I was like 11 years old. I've always been one of those romantic girls. Like I was raised to, oh, I love love. It's sickening to an extent. But when I was 11 years old, I we were having this whole, and I don't even know why we were doing it because I went to private school and that's what we did. But I was telling one of my friends that I had found the letter in my little, as my family calls it, my cry box. And I laughed at myself. It was like, oh, when I get older, my husband is going to have all these things. But the number one thing that I had on there was he has to make me laugh. And when I tell you that came true because I laughed my ass off and I love that. And that just was one of those where it was like, I really made sure that was, how they say non-negotiables, like you got to make me laugh and I need that. So being able to laugh is a big deal. So when I'm like having those moments, I will scroll TikTok until I feel a little better sometime, and it gives me inspiration or it helps me send other people inspiration, which is also good as well because I am supportive as hell when it comes to my people. Music has really helped me too, and I was always, I want to say one, not really one dimensional. I do like different genres, but I've always been an R&B girl my whole life. Like, you name it, I was listening to it. And lately I find myself getting more into rap. And I like ratchet rap. Like, it's just something about it that just makes me happy. It's like, okay, it brings out this sassy side of me that I did not know needed to come out, and I like it and I embrace it. And it's kind of my go-to to let go as well. So just learning myself and seeing all of the things that help me get through the storms in a healthy manner so I can be resilient has just really been cathartic. um Man, have another sip of my wine. But I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of how far that I've come this year, and looking forward to more growth. And just know that in every storm there's always, as they say, a rainbow on the other side. And how you learn how to dance through your storms is what's going to shape you. And it's never too late to learn new ways to deal with them. All it takes is just reframing your mind that you're going to get it done, and you're going to do it in a healthy manner. And you will not be able to stop yourself once you get there. So do it for you. Have a support system and take it one day at a time. Just know that it's never easy to really get started, except for to just get started. It takes intention, practice, discipline. Oh my gosh, discipline. Discipline has always been the hardest thing with me with being consistent, because I would get into, modes where it's just like, okay, like October, mentally, I was exhausted. I couldn't find the motivation to do a lot. I was fighting myself, like literally fighting myself. And it sucked. It really sucked. But the more I sat in it, the harder it was for me to get out of it. And then I still was forcing myself to do things so I wouldn't fall into that same trap of depression that I was in this time last year. And while I would have happy moments, I was not happy. And I feel like I wasn't being honest with people the way that I am now. When I look at certain videos from last year and I go, dang, I didn't even see the joy. Like, I had someone literally point out that they didn't see the joy in my eyes that they were seeing at one point. And I never want to get back to that again. So that's one of the biggest reasons that I started really saying, okay, I have to do better. But seeing how I felt in October really set the tone for me to change and realize that rain don't last forever. Well, unless you live in like Seattle. But emotionally, rain doesn't last forever, and you got to learn how to dance in the rain. And you just think of a kid when they have their rain boots on and they go outside when it's raining. The first thing they want to do is stomp in those puddles. And those bad moments are just those puddles. Stomp in them. Go have some fun in the rain. Like, my son loves when it rains. He gets to put on his rain boots, have his umbrella, and he's happy. It's pure joy. So when you look at it metaphorically and you really think to yourself, okay, I'm going to go put on my rain boots and dance in these puddles and just really enjoy life no matter what is going on, you live life different. And had I not done that, I would have been missing out on a lot of joy in these last few months, because one of my best friends just got married and I was able to be present in all of the activities that we had going on, from the bachelorette weekend to her wedding, going dress shopping. And I was present. I was engaged. I had joy in my heart. And I never want to miss out on any more moments because I'm stuck in emotions. And that keeps me motivated. So I hope whoever is watching this and going through a storm, right now, I wish you well. And I really hope that I helped you in some way, because life gets rough and you got to be able to still smile. It's so much going on out here, and you got to be happy. You deserve happiness. We all do. So, thank you for joining me. Remember, life isn't about waiting on the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. And we are going to dance in this rain. So, have a great night. I will see you next week with a guest. I'm really excited about that because this is a wine colleague. So, finally getting more wine, colleagues on here again. I don't think I've had a guest other than my daughter. I had my daughter on last week, but like a wine guest on in a while. Got a big announcement coming up. Hopefully tonight, but we'll see how that goes. If not, by this weekend, we got a big announcement coming up. If you are in the LA area and you have not registered, I've been posting it like regularly. I want to say every other day about the Ugly Sweater Party. Go ahead and register for that. Come on out, have some wine, have some food, enjoy the photo booth, the DJ. We're going to be playing some games. So it'll be a fun night. And there will be a prize for the winner. And don't forget to like this video. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. Share all the things. And I will see you next week.